break the budget down. There will be times we get through our process, we're at the write-up stage, and we would get stuck because the customer is having a hard time spending an extra 20, 30, 50, maybe even another $100 per month than what they were expecting when they first walked in, because they selected something nicer than what the budget they set for themselves. It's so hard for people to look at the entire picture rather than just the additional amount that they're going to have to spend on that nicer choice that they picked. Besides being persistent, going back over the entire process and getting them to understand how they arrived at this point, we have another approach that we can take to break the budget down. There are so many things that our customer doesn't think about in the heat of the moment when they're trying to decide if this is the right decision or not. They forget what they had to do with that last vehicle, and they don't see that they ended up spending more money on that one than this one that they'll have to actually buy because of how much nicer it is. Okay? You're probably thinking, how do I do that? You just said the monthly payment is up to $100 more than what they set for themselves. I can't cover that with the customer. Think about these questions I'm about to ask you. Why do people decide they need a newer vehicle or a different vehicle? There are two reasons. They're trying to solve a problem, or they're trying to reward themselves with something they want or feel that they deserve. Let's start off by looking at the problem side. Either the current vehicle they have does not work with their situation now, or they're thinking of getting a newer one that will end up saving them money because their current vehicle has given them multiple issues. There's about to be cash for clunkers, right? What all goes into the budget of owning a vehicle? I want you to think about that. What all do I spend money on? Let's break the budget down. Insurance goes into their budget, right? Are they even thinking about how much insurance might be right now? Insurance is something people forget about. It's something they must have, not something they get excited about, right? It's not something that they hope to use, but they have to have it. It's an expense. What else? Maintenance, brakes, oil changes, tires, engine issues, tow bills, radiators, alternators, the list continues to go on. Are these things free? No. What else? License plates, speeding tickets, deductibles for accidents. These all cost money. How does it have anything to do with your deal right now, you're probably thinking? It has everything to do with it. How can we use it to our advantage to get our customer to see that extra monthly expense on that new one actually makes sense to do it? You use it to remind them about all the painful moments that led them to where you're with them right now at the moment they're going to make the decision to purchase. I want you to set this up like this. John, do you mind me asking a few questions to see if there's any other areas that I can help? I know you're trying to make the best decision for yourself, and if there is any other area I can help, I want to. John's gonna respond like, yeah, go ahead. I wanna ask you a few questions about your current vehicle you're wanting to trade in. 1, how long have you owned it again? 2, okay, what was your monthly payment? 3, have you had to make any other repairs, replace tires, any issues at all? And 4, how much do you pay in insurance a month? The next question I would ask, especially if I knew they travel 20 to 30 minutes a day to work, I can use this to show I can save them money on fuel most likely. 5, what do you think your average fuel economy was on a weekly basis? As you're asking these questions, you need to be writing them down because we're going to show them that extra $100 more a month is nothing compared to what they've actually done over the last few years. They just never looked at it in that kind of way. That is the reason you need to form a relationship with an insurance broker. If you can get the most competitive companies for every customer, I don't care if it's only $10 or $20 per month over a 6-year period, that's almost another $1,500 in monthly expenses that the customers have to pay for that vehicle, and that is your margin. That is after interest, of course, but the point is you will stop dropping your price just to get a deal when you don't have to, and in some cases, it may even be the tipping point of getting you that deal. So now how do you actually use this information that you just got them to benefit you and the customer? You use it like this. So John, let's take a look at this. You had a goal in mind of $300 per month on this new vehicle, right? We are close to $400, which has you a little nervous, which I understand. You love the vehicle, but it must make sense, right? John says, yeah, okay. Okay, so you told me your payment on your previous vehicle was $250. You had to replace the tires, the brakes twice, alternator, and a few other repairs, but let's just use these. You said you spent $800 on tires, $75 on brakes, and had 2 oil changes in the last year at $30 each. The alternator repair cost you $300. Again, that was just in the last year, is that right? Now your fuel economy is going to be 5 gallons better per gallon. You drive 15,000 miles a year, so 25 miles per gallon, At 15,000 miles per year, that is roughly 600 gallons per year. That is an extra 5 gallons better that is going to save you 100 gallons of gas every single year. At $2.50 per gallon, that is about $250 in savings for the year. When you add all these expenses up, you are actually paying $350 per month, but the times you had to come out of pocket for the bigger repairs, it made it more difficult, I'm guessing. That is your hard-earned money, so it has to be figured up when you're looking at your budget. I know we offer a maintenance package, which helps with the expenses of maintaining the vehicle, so the only payment you have to focus on is that monthly payment. You know you feel comfortable paying an extra $50 to $60 per month from what you were paying on your previous vehicle, right? I'm guessing that's how you came up with the $300 to $310, but you were actually paying well over $100 more than that $250. So when you look at the total expense that you won't have on this new one, you're actually a lot better off than what you were in the previous one. Now, if I can save you just $10 to $20 a month on insurance, this one may even end up being close to actually costing you less, and you get a brand new vehicle. What else is stopping you? This can be an enormously powerful close, and you're showing your customer value that they didn't even think about from the very beginning. This close may seem difficult right now, but with enough practice, you will find yourself using this in the customer strategy to help establish a budget in some of those cases. It will most definitely take practice though, like I just said. Do not go out and practice this on your customer before you get it down, because it will put you in a very tough position. When you are consulting your customer, you cannot just wing it. You must be the expert. When you get this one down though, consider yourself a true professional that is among the best. Practice, get it down, and go get it.